Hey you guys, it's Anne-Marie. Happy Saturday. The sun is giving it a fighting chance today to pop back out. So, if the sun can fight to come out today, so can you. And after this reading, we're going to put the cards away and we're going to go play with some trees. That sound right. We're going to go connect with some trees. I'd like to introduce you to the Mystical Healing Oracle. We'll probably read out of the book. It's a very powerful deck. So let's get some messages of clarity for those who would like it. Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine aids, and beings, a source of light energy. Thank you to the west, the north, the east, the south, fire, air, water, earth, spirit. Can we please get some messages for those who would like it? These two cute dogs. They look like a match. Thank you, high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine aids, and beings, and source of light energy. Can we please get some messages of clarity for those who like it? Ooh. These cards are amazing. Number 13, explore your ancestry. Explore your ancestry. Number 13. Didn't we pull 13 last night in a different deck? 13 is a very powerful number. Don't believe the hype. Explore your ancestry. Work on your ancestral patterns. Your personality is essentially a mixture of your karmic tendencies and certain characteristics you have inherited from your family. While some of these inherited characteristics are extremely helpful and allow you to expand on the talents and abilities you have brought with you, other more suppressed aspects could be holding you back from becoming all that you're destined to be. Your ancestry is holding you back. This card asks you to examine how the shadowy, unrefined aspects of your parents' behaviors have crept into your life and are limiting your growth and your maturity. Some of these behaviors can include being pushy, harsh, opinionated, controlling, manipulative, domineering, wanting things your way, constantly sweating, constantly sweating the small stuff, self-sabotage, selfishness, playing the victim, or using guilt as a way to punish, etc. To recognize these behaviors in yourself could seem a little confrontational, especially if you have spent your life trying to be different from your parents as possible. You always see that, like, I'm going to be so opposite of my parents that they become the embodiment of them, right? Not realizing it. Yet, it's only through confronting your limitations that you can evolve into someone who lives their life consciously and autonomously. On a daily basis, begin to see yourself objectively. Recognize without judgment when you are repeating old familiar hurtful patterns and acting out of alignment with your best self. Then take a moment to give yourself another option by asking, if I were coming from my higher self, what would I think, say, and do? And my left ear is ringing like crazy. Even if it's difficult, try to slowly put into practice new ways of thinking, feeling, and being, and watch your inner transformation. Sorry, the wind's, here comes the wind, all the cards. So, what patterns, what behaviors that your parents, grandparents, whoever raised you, how are they still embedded into your soul and spirit, and how are they dictating your current life? Spirits want you to have the courage to really take an honest look. And I said this in a reading, I don't know, a couple days ago about, even though it wasn't about ancestors, like, along our path, this is like along your life, we pick up these things about our parents or our grandparents or in our family, these family traits that we don't realize that they're not a part of us. And it is challenging to take a look at yourself, because I used to be a controlling person. And I had to really take a look at myself, like, what in my life do I feel out of control? Because it's making me want to control these things that we know we can't control. Anything outside of us we can't control. We can control what we do, what we say, how we act, how we respond, how we don't respond, all those things. We can't control other people. And it was my lack of self-worth and trusting, hold on, damn, goes all the cards. So, sorry, but I'll be shit. So the card that flipped out, this is interesting, was inflexible, change. So I want to read this. This is interesting. You or the person involved are set in ways that are impeding your growth. Be more open-minded and see the other person's point of view or other ways you can change your point of view to expand your perspective in a healthy way. Oftentimes, being too rigid masks the problem that causes imbalance and unrest. Flexibility is needed to create flow. Right. So, Spirit is really wanting you to really take a look at these patterns, beliefs, how you treat people, how you treat yourself, that have been ingrained and embodied in you. And the sun is out, so there's confirmation. And how these patterns and beliefs have really ingrained in your life, and how they have dictated who you are as a person and hindered your growth in many different ways. And you may not even recognize it. It may be so ingrained in you, and it may be because everybody in your family acts that way. I level people, that's just how I am. My family's just all that way. All the more reason for you to break that pattern. These cycles are keeping you sick and stuck in a life that you feel is joyless and hopeless and can't change, but it's because of the patterns of the past. And Spirit is wanting you to start to take a deeper look at how these cycles, because it's like, as you can see here, it's like she has this, I forget what they're technically called, but this around her neck. And it's kind of like it's choking her. She's trying to unravel the scroll here that is binding her. She has one leg lifted, and even though these are the ribbons from her ballerina shoes, this one is still tight that she's lifting up, and the one that's grounded, she's slowly unraveling. She's unraveled her hands. And so it's like time is ticking in the background to see how things are working. It's like things are always work this way in my family. It's how we always go. But she's looking in a direction. She's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's time to unravel. The arrow is going this way, the way she's facing. It's time to go in a different direction. It's time for you to start to follow your passions and to break these cycles that have been riddling your family and your ancestry and your lineage for centuries. For centuries. It's time for you to forge your own path and realize that these things that have occurred, or these patterns in your life, are familiar cycles and generational curses that need to be broken. And the time is now. Do we need anything else? I put pretty much everything away because the wind was blown. Yeah. Okay. I hope you're healthy and happy and full of joy. May you love and be loved. Teal, don't harm. Have a great day.